You've felt it before. A number repeats. A stranger says something you were just thinking. You think of someone, and they call. It's almost too precise to be coincidence, and yet it happens all the time. This is the moment you wonder, was that random or was it a sign? Synchronicity isn't magic, but it is mystical. It's the language the universe uses to speak when your logic goes silent. Not in words, but in symbols, timing, and emotional resonance. And once you understand how it works, you stop asking if you're imagining it and start listening to what it's saying. Synchronicity is not random. It feels different than coincidence. It lands in the heart, not just the mind. It comes with a sense of knowing, like something bigger is orchestrating your life behind the scenes. And while it may look like chance on the surface, the emotional depth reveals it's anything but. Carl Jung describes synchronicity as meaningful coincidences, events that happen without direct cause, but with undeniable personal meaning. It's not about logic, it's about alignment. A symbol shows up when you're ready to see it, not because it's planted there, but because you've tuned in. These moments aren't here to impress you, they're here to guide you. When a synchronicity shows up, it's not asking you to believe blindly, it's asking you to pause and feel. Because it's not proof you're in control, it's proof you're in sync. Ancient cultures and great minds knew this. Long before modern science explored consciousness, ancient cultures already understood synchronicity. Shamans, mystics, and seers spoke of omens, signs, and soul whispers. They didn't see the world as random. They saw it as a mirror, constantly speaking back. Great thinkers like Jung, Tesla, and Einstein each touched the edges of this truth. Jung explored the psychological and symbolic side. Tesla worked with energy and vibration. Einstein saw time and space as flexible. Though they spoke different languages, they all sensed the same pattern. Reality is interactive. Synchronicity, then, is not superstition. It's the fusion of mind and matter. When you experience one, you are brushing up against the fabric of reality, and it's rippling back with an answer you didn't know you asked. Your brain filters what you see. Your mind doesn't see everything. It sees what it's programmed to find. The reticular activating system, RAS, in your brain filters millions of bits of data every second and only lets through what your beliefs, thoughts, and emotions deem important. This means your inner world controls your outer awareness. If you believe the world is cold and closed off, you won't notice the opportunities trying to get your attention. But if you believe the universe is interactive, suddenly synchronicities appear everywhere, like messages rising from silence. You're not imagining the signs. You're finally seeing what was there all along. Awareness is not about inventing patterns. It's about tuning your perception so that what's meaningful becomes visible. In quantum physics, the observer effect proves that consciousness changes how particles behave. Simply watching alters the outcome. This shows that the mind is not separate from matter. It's woven into it. Your observation affects what happens next. This is no longer just a spiritual belief. It's a measurable fact. When you focus your attention, you collapse potential outcomes into actual events. What you think, feel, and expect becomes part of how reality responds. Synchronicity happens because you are not a bystander in the universe. You're a participant. You're shaping the field with every thought. That's why when you become intentional, signs start showing up. You're not attracting them. You're aligning with them. Your frequency attracts your experience. Everything is energy. Every thought you think, every feeling you carry, all of it emits a frequency. And your frequency is like a spiritual signal, calling in the people, situations, and signs that match your state. When you're in fear, your world mirrors hesitation and blocks. When you're in trust, it mirrors ease and flow. This isn't punishment or reward, it's resonance. The universe isn't judging you, it's responding to you. So when synchronicities begin increasing, don't just celebrate the signs, check your state. That's what's activating them. The more you stay in harmony, the more the signs unfold, like a conversation with the divine. Synchronicity isn't just about noticing, it's about responding. Each time you follow a nudge, speak a truth, or take an aligned action, you activate the loop. The universe sees that you're listening, so it speaks again. Louder, clearer. But when you ignore the signs, the loop weakens. It's not punishment, it's permission. The signs dim not because they're gone, but because you've stopped tuning in. Like any connection, synchronicity strengthens with attention and fades with neglect. There will be signs and they will show up in many forms. Don't limit the language of the universe to numbers alone. Yes, repeating digits are powerful, but synchronicities can show up as animals crossing your path, overheard lyrics, dreams, flickering lights, or a sudden urge to go somewhere, right before something unfolds. The signs are everywhere because you are everywhere. You're connected to everything. The moment your inner state shifts, life shifts around you. It might show up in small, poetic ways, or in thunderous moments of clarity. What matters is not the form, but the feeling. When something lights you up, stops you in your tracks, or whispers to your intuition, that's a sign, and your only job is to listen. So ask yourself, what was the last synchronicity I acted on? What happened afterward? That reflection will show you exactly how responsive the universe has been, and always will be. But how would you know if it's real? Not every pattern is a message, but real synchronicities carry unmistakable weight. You feel them in your body, a rush, a tingle, a tear. It doesn't come from your head, it comes from soul recognition, something ancient in you saying, pay attention. Timing is also key. Signs don't just show up randomly, they appear in moments of emotional or energetic intensity. When you're doubting, deciding, or desiring something deeply, that's when they arrive. And most powerfully, real signs tend to repeat. 1 message is interesting, 2 is curious, 3 is confirmation. If the universe is trying to reach you, it won't knock just once. It will tap, tap, tap until you finally open the door. Remember, you can train yourself to tune in. Synchronicity doesn't just happen to special people. It responds to alignment, and anyone can align. When you begin practicing presence, gratitude, and energetic clarity, your perception sharpens, and the signs become louder. Meditation clears the static. Gratitude amplifies your signal. Intention sets your coordinates. This isn't about control. It's about coherence. The more coherent your inner world becomes, the more magnetic your outer experience gets. Start by asking, what am I ready to notice? The moment you ask, you begin to shift your field. And when your field shifts, the universe responds in kind. Synchronicities aren't just decorations on your path. They are the path. Each one is an invitation to go deeper, shift directions, trust your nudge, or take that leap. They're not here to be admired. They're here to move you. It's easy to observe and say, that's wild. It's more powerful to ask, what is this asking of me? Because the sign isn't just confirmation, it's a cue, and your response becomes the next line in the conversation. Every synchronicity is a mirror. It reflects where you are and where your soul is being called. The only question is, are you willing to follow? The more awake you are, the more the world speaks back. Not in noise, but in patterns, in timing, in meaning. So if you've been wondering whether the signs are real, they are, and they've been with you longer than you know. You don't need to understand everything. You just need to trust what lights up when it shows up. Thank you for listening, and until next time, walk slowly, listen deeply, and follow the signs.